Welcome, friends, to Everyday with Kay, the podcast for the constantly curious community. And welcome to our very first installment of Sip Happens. This is our wine-based series within the pod. And today is our first installment of that series. We are your hosts. I'm Katherine.
I'm Kristen, and we are going to try some Halloween-themed wines today.
You and I are obsessed with Halloween. I mean, we're
Salem.
I know. We're Halloween crazy. We love it so much. Today we're going to try the 3 different Halloween-themed wines from Lelanau Cellars. Cellars is in Lelanau Peninsula in the great state of Michigan. And we're going to go through the label information and then these themed wines and why themed wines can be fun and also why we may not want to dip that toe too far into that pool. So,
All right, we dive in.
yeah, let's do it. We've got 3. You want to run through the labels and things like that? You can read the front and the back and
All 3 of these guys here. All right, so these are our 3. We have a lovely, 2 lovely apple wines. These are our 2 apple wines. Not sure about an apple wine, but we are going to find out. This one is pumpkin spice. How cutie. And this one is apple. So just with spice. So not really sure what with spice means, but both labels on the back kind of tell you a little bit about them. They're sweet, they're crisp, they're both appley delicious, we're guessing, and are flavored with, the flavors of the season: cinnamon, clove, allspice, brown sugar, things like that. So these are chilled already and ready for drinking. Definitely recommend with really any kind of a sweeter or a white wine. Chill, chill, chill for a long time. You want them real cold. And then this one is a red blend. So we'll see what this one is like too. But this one also has spices of the season. So some warm cinnamon flavors, nutmeg, things like that. So we'll see what she's like too.
We will. So there's something interesting. I agree with you. When you're drinking sweeter wines, I personally, as much as I like everything to warm up and breathe, if it's going to be anything sweet, I want it as cold gets. There was something that was interesting on each one of these labels that I noticed. And at first it made my brain very scared. And it says on the back of every single one of these, can be microwaved. Which
See that?
I was like, okay, yes. They all say that you can serve them cold, you can serve them over ice, you can serve them warm, or you can put it in a cup and microwave it. And there's a couple of reasons why I think they put that on there. A, seasonal, it could be chilly, yes, festive, right? Like we think about mulled wine being a warm served wine and things like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Then like a cider.
Yeah. Which brings us to our next.
A warm apple cider for sure. We'll give these girls a taste and they may pair beautifully in some sort of a cider cocktail.
They might, and your optimism is wonderful. And I love it. One of the things that we should chat about, though, is the differences between an apple wine and a traditional grape-based wine, right? Because the term wine technically refers to anything that it's a fermented fruit, right? So these are all around 12% or so, which is like a respectable wine ABV. That's kind of what wines just generally are. Apple wines, though, completely different fermentation process, right? You are getting apples, you are crushing apples, and you are then fermenting them, and they ferment with added sugar. Grapes, on the other hand, when that yeast is added in, that's a natural fermentation process. You're not adding sugar to your Chardonnay.
You could.
Oh my God. I guess if you're in college, you probably drank a Chardonnay that had a boatload of sugar added to it, but like that also probably wasn't straight up natural, regular grape wine, right?
Boy.
So, what's interesting about these kind of things is the number of additions that can go into it. So, apple as a base is pretty neutral, right? Like, there's nothing really offensive about apple. But you can do a lot to it, and there's going to be added sugar to increase and speed up the fermentation process. I am terrified of pumpkin spice everything. I can't. These are like two of my least favorite words seasonally. But I know that you do not feel the same.
Don't give me all the pumpkin spice. I love it. Love it. Pumpkin
I
season. I know.
Yeah, but you know my thoughts on
Either
pumpkin.
in one camp or the other. You either are for all the pumpkin spice, everything, or you are just not. And that's okay. Like to each their own, right?
Agreed. I just believe that pumpkin belongs in one place and one place only, and that is like a very creamy bisque.
Which, yes, agreed in there too. But you know what? I also enjoy it in a latte. And
Well,
maybe we'll enjoy it in a wine. Who knows?
speaking of, so now that we've talked through some of the differences of apple wine to regular wine, and gone through the labels are really cute.
They're so cute. Come on.
Yeah,
Like, how sweet is that?
yeah,
But
they're real cute. Like they're very sweet. Um, what do you think there on our order?
I think we should go with the apple first because for no reason at all, other than I feel like this one might be the most mild.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna start off with the Lelanau Cellars Witches Brew Spiced Apple. We'll hold that guy up. He's so cute. I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit obsessed with that skeleton. I think that skeleton is really cute. Do you want to read the tasting notes right on the back?
All right. So sweet, crisp apples, cinnamon, brown sugar, all flavors of the season, right? From the Spice Merchant. I don't know who the Spice Merchant is, but the Spice Merchant. Enjoy chilled or served warm like a steamy apple crumble from Grandma's kitchen. Nice. Pairs perfectly with a cozy porch swing on a fall evening. I love that. Like it's setting the scene.
It does set the scene. And I'm gonna hold this up and see if we can get it. There's a sweetness scale that's on the back, which is really handy as well. And this looks like it's at a 3 out of 5, 5 being sweet, 1 being dry. This is a 3. So, I think we know where we're gonna be.
I do. All
All
right.
right. Nice glass.
I right?
Good job. I have a skull.
Target a year ago.
I know. Mine didn't make the move.
I have the other one. Here we go.
All right. We're not going for like huge pours to start
No,
because God knows we may want to go back and maybe hit one of these bad boys again.
maybe. We'll see.
All right. So we have ours both very cold.
It smells like apple juice. That's the first thing I smell. It smells like apple
So,
juice.
so here's what I'm gonna propose. I'm gonna propose that we each take a sip, but then we each do our own, like you go and then I'm gonna go. And then we're gonna see how we do this. So hit me with an on the nose. Everything you get on the nose.
Apple for sure. A tiny hint of cinnamon, not a ton though. Maybe a little bit of clove, even though that was not in the tasting note. That's kind of where my nose is going.
Interesting. Okay, so I similarly get those things. Yes on apple, yes on clove, yes on the warm spice profile. Something I get that isn't necessarily an off flavor, but it will come when you add chemicals to something is I get a little bit of acetone. I get a little bit of nail polish remover.
Oh, tasty.
Well, that's one of those weird things that when you add, I mean, nobody sat over like a fermentation, vessel and like ground cinnamon into this, right? Like they're using chemical compounds. And when you're doing that, when you're magicking up with flavor, you're going to get like a weird thing like that. And I get a little bit of chemical on it.
Yeah, and
But
you
anyway, here we go.
taste a little bit of that chemical at the back end. Maybe a little
All
like
right.
tinny. We'll see. To me, this tastes like okay. So you know the cinnamon spice applesauce. like
Yes.
little mini apple sauces that you would get at school as a kid. That's what this tastes like in liquid form.
Okay. All
Apple
right. Um, that was an assault on my palate. I'm gonna
definitely see how it actually might taste better warm. So, I mean, maybe disregard everything I said at the beginning about at least maybe a spiced wine. Generally,
okay, here's
sweeter wines are tastier cold. But if we're going for a spiced wine, which these definitely are, maybe warm is better.
potentially. My second sip was a little less disarming than my first. I'm gonna say this on something like this. It's pretty viscous. Like it's even like there's a little viscosity even in the glass. What I would do to dry this sucker out is to find like the driest, least expensive cava or brute, and I would spritz it. And I would put some kind of a real dry bubble in here, almost to like aerate it, dry it out, whatever. Um, I'm also not super used to my whites having legs, and I think that's weird, but that, that's I know some of them do, but like it's okay. If you're gonna rate this, one out of 10.
Honestly, I think I'd probably rate it like a 4 or 5. Which feels a little high for me because I don't usually I'm not a sweet wine gal. Like suck all the moisture out of my mouth with my wines. I want like cotton mouth after I drink wine, which is weird to say, but whatever.
No, that's
But I'm
100% accurate.
also like tasting the possibilities of this wine. Like I don't think I would ever enjoy more than what I have just straight up. I would never want even a half a glass of this wine straight up. But as a mixer, 100%. Like, I love the idea of throwing bubbles in. I may actually we have a Halloween party next Saturday, and I've got, like, 3, bottles of bubbles in my fridge that I was gonna bring, and I may bring these with and do, like, a spritz. I think
Then I
the possibilities with these are kind of why my ranking is a little bit higher.
So one of the things that I think would be cool, so if you were to spritz this up and you wanted to make it even more punch like, um, I could see this actually doing really well with cranberry juice. Cranberry and bubbles added to this would be like a fun throw some ice in the glass, top you like splash cranberry, this top with bubbles. And I think you actually could have a really nice fall spritz with this as the base. I'm gonna give this a 3 straight. And I'll give it a 5 with possibility.
There we go.
Yeah. So like I think that's where I'm landing with this. I'm watching to see if any of these give me my little hives because sometimes I get cheap wine hives. Listen, I can't help it if my body's used to good
Everybody's
things.
rejecting the cheap wine. I mean, these let's go back. We found all of these at Target. We also found that you can find them at Benny's too. I actually found one of them at um, World Market, which is kind of fun. But I these are going to be gone bef- probably by the end of October. I'm guessing out of those stores because they're seasonal. They're festive.
And I will say, so I found 2 of the 3 at Target. Um, and then one I had shipped from the upper part of the state of Michigan down to the swamp. And the cost of shipping the damn thing far outweighed the price of the bottle, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
That
But
is,
listen,
I mean, these were $11. I think when I bought them at Target, it was like 10.49 or something, or 10.50 overall with tax, around $11 for each bottle. They're not they're not going to break the bank. Definitely, wines you bring to a party.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think they're absolutely party wines. They're definitely not going to break the bank. But I'll tell you this: just go find them at a Target. Don't ship them because shipping wine is expensive. And then you're like, but the shipping was 3 times the cost of the bottle. Um,
Not worth it.
dude. All right. So
Yes, girl.
there are possibilities. We'll say that. All right. Where are we on to next?
All right, we're gonna go over to the pumpkin.
Okay.
Pumpkin spice. Here we go.
You
Our
know,
little ghosty, also adorable. I kind of want all of these on like I don't know, a canvas of some sort. These are fun, or like on pillows.
or like a tea towel,
Yeah,
right?
the artwork is super cute.
Oh, you want to hit the back of that bottle?
Here we go. So the pumpkin spice might just be the official beverage of fall. It is. It is, guys. It says it here. It is official. um, with sweet, tangy, traditional autumn spices, the aromas draw you into the glass with intoxicating notes of apple, ginger, and clove. This delightfully unique wine isn't shy by any standard and may be enjoyed chilled or hot from your favorite mug. So, another one that is probably going to be really good, a little warm, a little like on a chilly fall day if you're doing like a haunted trail or just a beautiful like walk in at the arboretum or in a park or whatever. This is going to be like or just bonfire wine, right? You want something a little warm sitting by the bonfire.
I'll tell you, this would have been good hayride wine when you
Um,
and I took our hayride.
yes.
All
Yes.
right,
Flavors. Here we go.
sweetness level. Here we are. This is once again a 3 out of 5 on the sweet side. Let's go.
Here we go. Just a little baby pour because who knows what we're getting into.
Don't. Oh Lord. This is the one that I was like, God help me. I've
I'll,
done a
I'll
lot of
go
things for
first now.
this woman.
Here we go. All right, hang on. Let's
I
get.
do a lot. I will do a lot for you, and drinking pumpkin spice wine is one of them.
It doesn't have a lot of nose, guys. That's weird. Huh? I'm smelling clove. I'm not getting ginger. I'm getting a little apple. No pumpkin. Tiny bit of cinnamon.
Okay. I get the ginger in my schnoz. And it's hot. Like I get a little hotness, which means that like kind of that we use this term when beer is too young and it's a little hot, which means it's a little astringent, and I get that. And I'm wondering if pumpkin means the actual presence of pumpkin or if it means the pumpkin spice, like spice blend, right? So
That's what
like
I'm thinking.
this,
It's more the pumpkin spice blend.
yeah, I don't think that there's a squash presence. All right, well,
More. No. Yeah, maybe not. I think it's just the pumpkin spice blend. So maybe we'll get a lovely pumpkin pie flavor. Let's do it.
my least favorite dessert of all time.
I know, but I love it. And yeah, you get a pumpkin pie flavor. Oh, oh no. I'm not mad at this. Is that weird?
No, it's not. It's just for me, this is so cloyy. Like it's again, I'm getting the mouthfeel for me on this is again super viscous. It feels a little thick in like
It does
the
feel
middle, like the middle part of my like I get like a thickness, which I'm not super excited about from this. I'm gonna tell you though. So, well, you know what? We'll go first. What would you? Where is this? 1 to 10. One, I'm pouring it into the toilet and flushing it. 10, I will drink this all year round,
um
every day, all the time.
okay, so again, I'm going on possibilities. Straight up, I think it's probably a 3, but possibilities, I'm giving it a 5, and I definitely would drink this warm. This one has more mulled wine feel to it than the apple one did. I can definitely see this one tasting better warm, like a hot apple cider. So this one I would actually mix with an apple cider
Okay. Okay.
and
I have a
some bubbles, some dry bubbles. So you're going to give yourself like some sort of a cider spritz with this one, like a pumpkin spice cider spritz.
okay.
And
I
I feel like
do
that would be nice. Or you drink it warm with warm apple cider.
I'm not mad at any of those ideas. I can see also adding to this. I'm going to take this more in a cocktail direction. So I would be the same. This is for me, this is like a 2.5 to 3 straight, 5 with possibilities. The possibility that I would do this with is I would hit that spice hard and I would find a spiced rum. And then I would go right, like I would go hard, and this would be a strong drink, but I think it would be cool, and I would do a little rum with this because I think this could be really seasonal that way. Yeah, I would do this. I would do a little spice rum, and I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate like something to bring the sweetness down and add a savory element, like even if it was a sage simple syrup, something to like bring in a little savory note to the party. But I definitely like you could go real big heavy hitter on this, I think.
Yeah.
Or you could just to be honestly, I'm gonna probably put a splash of the red with this and see what happens toward the end of our time here. I know. It's a make your own rosé day, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. Oh, I wish I had a mini bottle of bubbles. I would open those just to like give the spritz a sample. I don't. And I'm not about to open a full bottle. Not on a
Hell no, absolutely not. I
not
mean,
on a
I will say no, we'll have to keep mini bubbles around at all times
I do
in a
have
few
apple
months.
cider though. I wonder if I could maybe after you try the red one, I might go run and grab the cider and see what that does.
All right. That's it's
I don't hate it. I don't love it.
okay.
I'm not again, not drinking even a half a glass of this straight up, but the possibilities are there. Where these two are definitely mixers.
You know
Create
what?
your
Here's
own festive cocktails for the season.
here's the other thing that I think. If you live in a warm, swampy, hot climate, it doesn't even have to be in this state. Anywhere warm. And holidays feel weird to you. Like, you could throw a huge bunch of ice into a glass and just have it over ice and just have it over ice, right? And like, I think the colder the better on these. I do not think this to be warm. No.
I think if yes, if you're in a hot weather state, chill these babies. Chill, chill, chill. But they're gonna still give you all of those fall notes. They have the fall notes. Like they're singing. They are singing
They
fall.
they are. They're
You should
singing
probably enjoy
beware. Beware.
beware.
Beware.
They're singing around the cauldron.
You're so damn it, we're witchy.
I mean, I got the switch.
I know.
All right.
I know.
Speaking of witches, let's go into our witches brew.
Okay.
Give this lady a try. Now, on the sweet scale, because I just saw it and it's high. We're at 4. That's can you see?
Ooh. Yeah, I sure can.
Real
Yeah. Yeah,
sweet
yeah.
this one. So we're gonna proceed with caution. But this one is a red blend, a layered and aromatic celebration of traditional mulled spices. So this one is probably meant to be more of a warm mulled wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
This distinctive red blend can be enjoyed warm or devilishly hot. Crock pot, stovetop, microwave, warm the coldest and darkest of the nights throughout the whole year. So we're
Well, we all know
probably doing this wrong.
no, I mean the devil lives in the microwave, so put the witch into the microwave, I guess, and get it devilishly hot.
So
Uh,
this one I just pulled right off my wine rack. It's been room temperature, not
same.
out of the fridge. So we're going to give this one a sample and see if what the label says is true. It should be devilishly hot. Here we go.
I mean, regular. Actually, no. I'm gonna make a quick comment on the color. I was about to say, look, it's like your regular wine color, but it's not.
It's not.
Um, it's real. Like if you get it up to the light, it's pretty light. I know it doesn't look that way on
No,
camera, but
it
like I
doesn't.
can see
You can
my
see right
fingers and
through it.
such through the bottom of the glass. Right. Um, which, again, This one is different than the apple wines because this is a red wine. So this has been fermented in a regular red wine way. This is just a red blend. But the difference on this is that it, again, has additions. And it's got additions that are going to come in the form, like nobody's out there like throwing cloves into the fermenter, right? Like this is where there's magic. Somebody's making a potion to spice it up. And that's gonna do things, right? Okay, I'm terrified of this one. Oh, no, you know what?
Like Kindle Mart type mold.
Oh my God. 100%. I was like, this is glühwein. This smells like room temp glühwein. Now, if this is glühwein, I'm going to go never mind. I'm not going to find it. I'm going to put the top so tightly on this thing.
Right. Like save it.
And I'm going to get out my little Kindle Mart booties and I'm going to, but I have not yet confirmed that this is in fact.
In your crock pot with cinnamon sticks and star anise and
What are you doing?
It would be lovely.
Star anise? Yeah. Okay. I mean, all right. What do you get on the nose?
All right. So it does smell Kindle Marty to me, and I am smelling the cinnamon, the clove, a little orange, which is interesting, right? You get that? Okay.
No, that's good. Yeah, I get a little of it.
Yeah, cinnamon, clove, orange, maybe a little bit of star anise.
All right. Over here I get cherry and blackberry. I get some red fruit because again, Michigan, with the appellation in Michigan not being able to, Michigan again can't grow citrus. It's the only state that cannot grow citrus, which is why all of its wines have a stone fruit component to it. So yeah, I mean 100%. Like I get some dark cherry, and I like a little bit of orange peel. There's still something hot on the nose.
Yes.
All right.
Plum here. Let's go. Yeah, that to me, the Witches Brew tastes like Christmas. It tastes like the smell of mulled wine, which is what it is. It's a mulled wine. It is Kindle Mart in December, hot mug, snow falling about 25 to 30 degrees because I will not Kindle Mart or wander outside if it is 20 or lower. It's too cold.
I think, yeah, I get that. And quickly, for those of you that do not know, Chris Kindle Market is it is a thing that happens all over Germany, and it is these Christmas markets outdoor. It's very Bavarian, very like, imagine all of the towns that were talked about in like Grimm fairy tales. Like it's very like Hansel and Gretel-y. It's so wonderful, and like it's spiced pecans and it's giant pretzels and it's raclette cheese all over bread and like all of these delicious, wonderful things. You walk around and you freeze and you wait in line, you buy ornaments, and you get yourself some tips on hot glühwein, and this is very similar.
And you can buy it there. It's not only just like the mugs of it, but you can actually buy like bottles of glühwein and warm it on your own stove or in your own crock.
So I'm gonna leave this little
very warm notes in the back of my throat too, like the warming.
I just keep looking for hives.
Breaking out.
Not yet. No, I've not. No, my body's not rejected it yet. I'm gonna leave this
very warm.
I'm gonna leave this niblet here, and I'm gonna put some spiced apple with it.
All right. So now we're making toast.
It's just, well, I have about an ounce. I'm actually going to hit this with a little more. This might be a little less than an ounce. Yeah. Okay, so I got about an ounce. I'm going to do another ounce and see where we land on this.
This is the magic of Halloween wines, you guys. Making potions.
It smells like it smells. It smells, it smells like apple and wine had some kind of like weird glass child. It's fine. It definitely turned more of a rosado in color, right? All right.
Go for it. Verdict?
That doesn't suck.
Oh.
That doesn't suck at all. It actually dried. So our spiced apple was a 3 out of 5. And our red was 4 out of 5. So they kind of met somewhere at 3.5. So it's like the it's the wee nippest drier, but it kind of takes, I find that this blend, and tell me what you think, I find that this takes the sting off of both of them.
Okay.
Like, I think this kind of, it's like how two wrongs don't make a right. This is like two sweets make an okay.
Two sweets bacon. Okay.
Two sweets make an okay.
All right. We're going to mix that up a little. Okay. Here we go.
I'm truly not mad at this,
No, I'm not either.
right?
Eh, They mellow each other out.
I know. It's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Oh, witchcraft.
Tis the season to be witchy. I don't mind this at all. I'm gonna try it with the pumpkin spice one, so I gotta kill this, which means it's now officially wine club, and we're just like, what do you want to
What do you
drink?
want to do now?
Oh my god.
Oh,
This is
this would be so good with like some hot cranberry brie dip.
I was just thinking about this with brie.
So good, you guys, right? Like you have the brie and then you put like the cranberry jam or like, oh, and then you put it in the oven and it's all melty
No,
and oh yeah.
you know what we could do? This and like just brie cups. Just my little
Yeah.
brie cups, right? Little pastry, little brie,
Well, you're gonna
little
have to
cran.
share your brie cup recipe. You guys, she makes a really yummy brie cup with like honey and phyllo. And I know she's like, this is no big deal. It takes like 10 seconds to put together. It's really an assembly versus a recipe.
It
But
is.
it is so good. And it is so
Listen,
holiday and wine club. And
it's a signature move.
it's awesome. And if you're not like one who enjoys cooking or baking, but you also don't want to be the one that's like bringing store-bought stuff to everything, or just bringing the wine. These little
Brie
brie
cups are
are they're gonna be your go-to.
brie cups are yeah, that is brie cups are great. Now I feel like I gotta talk about brie cups. It's fine. I got one more sip of this. So here's what we do with a brie cup. These are just you can tweak them to high heaven. And we have done them in a gazillion different ways. If you are comfortable working with wonton wrappers, you can use wonton wrappers. You can use the store-bought frozen little pastry cups, or you can use phyllo dough if you're feeling yourself. And not in that like weird song from the 90s way. So what you can do with that, get yourself a mini muffin tin. And they've got to be mini. Don't go full muffin. Full muffin is too much. As I just feel like everything I'm saying is coming out badly. But it is. So you take your little cup, you take a tiny bit of brie. You don't want to go crazy on it because like the brie will melt and like we don't want exploding brie. Cup, brie, and then here are ways that you can dress this up. And really you do truly look like a hero. So you can do a honey and almond, very classic.
So
Very
good.
classic. That is like so classic. I have done brie with a raspberry jam, or I've done a plum apricot jam. You can any kind of little jam. You put a little dollop on there. You can also go a little bit on the savory, more spicy side. You could do some brie with some chili crisp oil on there and like make it a little bit spicy, which I think is great because that spice and the butter and the creaminess, the brie, it all kind of salt, fat, heat, acid. And Samin Nosrat teaches us those are the four things you need in every dish. Oh, follow me for more assembly.
Brie tips.
Oh my God, follow me for cheese tips.
I mean, cheese and wine, man. You're a match made in heaven.
Listen, I'll tell you what, we excel where we excel. And I think when we find our strengths, we play to them. Mine happen to be dairy and alcohol based. I will never apologize for that.
Nor should you. Cheers. Cheers to your dairy and alcohol based talents.
First of all, you are a benefactor of my alcohol and cheese based skills.
All the time. All the time.
It's true. How much cheese would you like?
The drink, and I enjoy the cheese.
All right.
Happily eat.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye, spiced apple.
So, are you mixing the other two now? Give them a try.
I absolutely am.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Some more witch.
I'm going to do.
I feel like you need like Witchy Woman playing in the back. She goes.
All right. So that was about an ounce of our red, our straight up Witches Brew, which is great. And then we've got an ounce of pumpkin. That's honestly, that's a little bit more than an ounce, but whatever. Probably a little bit more than an ounce there.
It's the holidays.
Ah, is it? Um, I'm
Why isn't it the holidays? It's the holiday season. I mean, it starts with Halloween
because we got to get to Halloween.
into. I know, but
We get
Halloween's
to Halloween and then it flies.
well, I mean, geez Louise, Halloween is starting so early. No, it's bad.
I don't love the nose. That doesn't mean anything. I don't like the nose of a lot of V&As, and I love V&A.
Oh, VNA is so good.
Right, and sometimes the nose of a V&A gives, like, stinky sock, blue cheese, kind of nasty, and then you taste and you're like, "This is a delicious wine." So, like, I can't be mad at anything based purely on the nose, right? Like, that's just not again, I also am, like, a funky beer drinker, and if it smells like hay or a horse or something, I'm drinking it. So I just don't love the nose on this.
Okay.
Mostly because it's indiscernible. Like there's not one thing that stands out. It's like when you stick your face in the fridge and you're trying to like figure out what to eat in your entire like you smell the whole fridge.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
gross.
Yeah, kind of. But like the fridge whatever.
Fridge smells
Okay.
gross. The fridge smells gross. It's time to find what died in there. What's been in there too long?
No. But
Okay.
I still want you to do it.
I'm still working on this one. All right. Can't like knock back mulled cider wine.
Listen, the only thing we don't shoot in this family is shamps.
No, that's
We don't shoot shamps.
that's a sip and drink, friends.
That is because the last time one of us on this screen tried to take a big swig of champs and shoot it from a bottle, a lot of it ended up in the Chicago River.
We're not going to name names.
It was me. I shot like bubbles out of my
No,
nose. It was
no, it
great.
wasn't you. I was
It
there.
was me. You know what? I'm not going to give it a straight no. I actually think if you were going to make this into, hang on, I'm not giving it a no anymore. Because now I think if you've got that party coming up, and I'm sure a number of people watching, because this isn't just like a Zoom call between the two of us. I mean, it is, but it isn't. If you've got something coming up and you're like, I don't want to go straight red, straight white, straight whatever. If you were to do some of your bottle of the red witches and some of your bottle of pumpkin, and then add your Prosecco, add your bubbles to dry the whole thing out, like this is a really good way, especially if you're like, ooh, I don't want to finish that whole bottle, but I know people that maybe don't have the same taste in alcohol that I do, so I can take things to their home. I can see like the pumpkin and the witches with something dry on top, but like not an expensive good one, but dry. So like just like a cheap brute. That would be a good spritz. That would be a fun festive spritz. And someone would be like, Kristen, you little genius. And you
Yes.
can be like, you're right.
Thanks.
Follow me for more tips.
All right, I'm going to try it. And then I kind of want to run to my fridge and get my apple cider because I do feel like the pumpkin would go really well with the apple cider.
All right. I mean, we can absolutely take that time to talk about why supporting small projects is an important thing. I always have things to talk about. So, yeah, delightful.
Let's
You know what? The more I have it, the more I'm not mad at it. Also, you're like, no, we're not hived out yet, which means we're
okay.
still fine.
So we're all right then. This is like sweating on my desk, so I need to post.
Hmm.
There.
I got to get you these chillers.
Yeah. Where did you get those? Those are
I owned a business. I owned a business for a while
what you
that served wine
you bought them from
in
a place.
bottle form.
So
What?
bought them from a place for your business.
I did. I bought them in bulk for that place that was my business, and then I left with them. But I can find you them, and I think that you would probably enjoy them. You don't need more than two, especially if we had a set of like six between the two of us, we'd be totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah. This tastes like
Regret?
no. No. Yes, we're gonna have terrible headaches tomorrow. From mixing all of this crap. Um, it kind of tastes like the smell of Bath and Body Works right now.
right now or in 1993.
Both, because everything is like festive and spicy in there right now. It's all like pumpkin spice and leaves and flannel and apple cider.
You know, the one
I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
hate it, but that's what it like the first thing that it made me think of was like, this is am I drinking a wallflower?
yes. Um,
I'm drinking a wallflower.
so one of the things that you know this very well about me, and now we'll just put it out to the whole world is that I am hyper sensitive to manufactured cinnamon smell. So like red cinnamon, big red hots, those I was gonna swear real big, those God blessed cinnamon brooms that like when you walk into the store, they're like, here's cinnamon, and you're like, no, thank you. Um, none of the cinnamon, I'm gonna say this about these three that we tried today. None of the spice profile in there had artificial red cinnamon. It was all pleasantly like stick cinnamon. It wasn't red cinnamon. I loathe red cinnamon like I loathe olives. Like I can't like
Guys,
I
that's a
have so few aversions, but red cinnamon, well, I mean, olives are the devil's stone fruit sent straight from hell. Fight me on that.
I will not because agreed.
Yeah, very few will. They belong swimming in a Bloody Mary and that's it. If that.
So gross. Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, if atomic fireballs remind me of my childhood at the pool in the summer because you could buy them for like 5 cents. But they are like a fake cinnamon, and none of this is fake cinnamon. This is none of the spices are fake at all, honestly. Like they taste very organic and real.
That's
Even though they're
interesting.
probably not, they do taste organic and real. Who knows if they are or if they aren't.
They are not. I can tell you that only from flavoring a variety of beverages in my lifetime, and like they aren't. They're coming in packets, and you're using drops, and you're measuring, and you're putting them in, and they're all like they're flavor compounds. But I do think it's interesting when, and this is why I like that we're actually doing this drop-in series within the pod, is to talk about different palettes and different things, because while you and I have similar tastes in a lot of things, we are not, in fact, as much as we would love to be, we are not, in fact, the same human person, which means we don't have the same palate. I get chemical and you don't. And I think it's a fascinating difference. And it's a great difference because 9 times out of 10, like, you're not going to get, most people are not going to get chemical from this. I do a little bit, but like, it's different, right? Go get your cider. Okay, and tell the people lurking at the door that they're in shot. I love them very much. While Kristen is getting her cider to mix with these drinks, I want to take a very fast second and talk about why it's so important to follow small local projects. It has been no secret that transitioning from the closing of the shop to finding a new passion project for me specifically has been challenging. And this has been scratching the itch, right? Building community, exposing everybody to the cool people that I have in my life and how lovely everybody is. When you support small projects like this, you're building stamina for something. And it's important to remember that, like, one person clicking a follow button, one person clicking a subscribe button makes an enormous amount of difference. So something that's very, very simple that can be done really, really quickly and really, really easily is just to go on the internet of any kind, please. I mean, like, go on everywhere. One single click, A, could do you a world of harm. But two, when you're supporting somebody that you know or something that you're familiar with, can do a world of good. And that's kind of where we're landing right now. So as we do come across and like come up on the holiday season, we're going to be doing a ton more here. Kristen and I are going to be dropping in and doing a Thanksgiving Sip Happens. We're going to do a Christmas Sip Happens. And I'm kicking around I'm kicking around a little in-person thing in the winter where Kristen and I visit maybe a few wine shops together in Michigan and
So,
talk about all the things, right?
all right, I got my cider. I'm gonna.
You got your cider. Welcome back. Let's go.
Here we go. All right,
But
we're
what's your base? Okay, got
first.
it. Okay.
Always shake your cider. It settles at the bottom, and it's weird.
This is good life advice I mean, apply that to everything.
Yes, you don't want anything settling at the bottom. There we go. A good little pour of cider.
That was my always shake
So
your
this
cider dance.
pumpkin one, you guys. So this is the one that I thought just kind of
Wait,
screamed cider.
can
No.
I see what'd you do on your measure for
Oh,
like
probably an ounce ish.
it's a little big. It's a little big.
Cider. I don't know. I'm optimistic here on this.
I agree.
I think it's going to be really good. Here we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, we got to judge it. So we're halfway up my skeleton's face. Up
What's
to
your exact
alcohol,
measurement?
cider and wine
Your exact measurement to the nose.
to the nose. All right. Yeah, that's good stuff. That doesn't suck at all, you guys. Like, none of that is bad at all. That's really good. My cider is cold. My wine is cold. It's delicious cold. If you wanted to do it warm, it would be incredible warm too. It would be really good. Do this. Buy that one. Buy cider. Do this one now for Halloween with your cider. As you are trick or treating with your kids, you need your traveling drinks. Trust me. My kids are no longer the age where we go with them. They haven't been for a long time. We haven't gone with them trick or treating in a long time. But when they were little, we would go with them, and it's a long time. It's a long day. It's a long afternoon trick or treating. It's for them. You get bored. You need a traveling drink. And you will see parents hauling around coolers. You will see parents hauling around Stanleys and wine cups and beers and all the things. This is what you want to put in your traveling wine cup or your traveling, like, Stanley or whatever. It's
I'm
still.
telling you, man, we love a good roadie.
Mhm. This is great. Like, this is
So
dangerously great. Like, I could drink this all day and then pay for it because I'd be like, wow, that just kicked me in the teeth.
yeah, that'll be a sugar headache tomorrow, but it's a really good idea. Now, would you dry this out with anything? Would you add anything to it? Would you
Oh,
not?
I would, with bubbles, it would be incredible. It would be so good. And I
All
will
right.
definitely do that later. I'm going to have to buy more cider because we almost have. There's also an apple cider muffin that I have saved that I want to make this week. Need more apple cider to make it. So
There you go. I'm making more of this weird stuff because you got a glass and I don't.
it's not weird.
I
It's good though. It's not weird.
No, I am wondering what I'm going to do with 3 bottles that are missing approximately 4 to 5 ounces each when I am one person. I mean, my, you know, my roommate here ain't going to drink these with me.
No, I'm trying to think. Can you put them in like a fun, like, can you put them in a dessert? Is there an apple crisp that you could make?
Here's what's going to happen. This is going to get, you know what? Here, this is
Well,
how much I'm going to commit.
that guy up because that is for Christmas.
I'll
Even
tell you.
as Witches Brew, that is
No, this is my glue. This is
that is Glühwein.
Glühwein wine. Great job. That's fine. That's been twisted tightly on. That's going to be some Christmas. I have I have I have 3 booties of the Kindlemart booties. Friends, you get mugs shaped in the shape of boots when you go.
And they're so cute,
We call them
like
they're really cute. We call them booties. And I've got a couple of those out, so that will be going in the booties. That's fine. I feel like there is a human person in my life that has a large birthday in November who also loves warm spice things, and I'm wondering if I futz with this enough, and maybe I use this like maybe. Oh my God, what if I put this with some bourbon? You're
Dang,
welcome.
should have tried.
You know what? We got time. We both have bottles. We can report back. But like this, I could see this with a little like a little splishy splash.
Oh, that would be so good.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Here's my new cocktail idea for this, everybody. Uh, it is this pumpkin spice wine. Um, ounce of bourbon, 2 ounces of pumpkin spice wine, 1 ounce ginger beer. Call it a party.
That's it. That's fall in a glass right there.
I think
100
I just developed
is a fall, like, that's just fall.
the cocktail's name is 50, not for the police.
But that's all anybody will think of.
But I just said not for the police. But that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I will report back on that one, but I do think that that's because I think, yeah, you got to get something a little bit more like savory, smoky, woodsy, so, like I need something heavier to take out the sweetness. I think bourbon's a good one. I
Oh,
retract my
bourbon
rum statement.
oh, bourbon is so much better. I mean, rum would be lovely. I do think
I
a rum
really
ale would be really good,
th-
but I think bourbon
there
is
are
where it's at.
there are some really fun fall rum drinks that I think don't get enough play because rum doesn't get enough play in the fall. It's like, oh, it's tropical, it's summer, whatever. Like I think rum in the wintertime in spice cocktails is really, really interesting. But I think I'm tapping on this guy. I think that with some bourbon could be really interesting.
You could even make that into a lovely, like a spritzy cocktail if you replaced the ginger beer with ginger ale.
Well, I mean, the ginger beer is still carbonated. Also, I currently own some that I would like to get rid of. So,
Yes, true.
all right. So as we finish our wines today, what's funny is that I was going to try to keep this under an hour, and we are at 56 minutes.
Shocking.
What
That
are some things I know? What are some things that you found interesting about today's tasting?
but
I would like us to.
neither one of us are sweet wine drinkers at all. And here we are enjoying three generally sweet wines. I mean, they're categorized as sweet according to their little sweet scales. I'm shocked that we have both enjoyed them in multiple ways. And I'm really impressed that we're like sitting here figuring out ways that we can enjoy them even more. Because
I
you,
agree.
with a sweet wine, you and I would be like, no, adios, like peace, never drinking you again. But we are being open minded with these three and looking at the possibilities beyond just the bottle.
I agree. I also am very pleased that this this did not suck like I thought it would. And I truly like when I was getting set up today to record, I was like, what am I? You know what? I will commit to a bit. This is fine. Like it's Halloween wines. These are the wines we're in. We're going. Let's do it. But like there was part of me that was like, you are going to either get sick, you are going to completely hive out, like something is going to happen to your person, and you're going to make a fool of yourself because you don't like these wines. Um, but I do think that thinking about these, and this is it's a good takeaway in general, especially when it comes to wine specifically, not all alcohol, but wine specifically, is like, if you don't love it right off the bat, what are the ways that you can work with it? Would I sit down and pour myself a hearty pour of pumpkin spice wine? No. Would I figure out the notes from the wine and what those notes could do mixed with something else and come up with a cool way to use this product? Yeah, absolutely. And I think at the end of the day, the more that you explore and the more that you're open to exploring and the more shit you try, and you and I have tried some shit, the more you expand what you can do with things, right? Like that's you can just expand what you do with things.
We're, I mean, growth. We're growing.
Such growth.
It's growth.
All right. I mean, on that note, well, you're gonna take a tiny sip.
Boy. Cheers,
It's
sister.
fine. I mean, we're grown-ups, I guess. I guess.
On paper.
Right, right. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining us on our twirl around the Lelanau Peninsula as we sampled all kinds of wines. We had a spiced apple, we had a pumpkin spice, we had the Witches Brew red blend. We talked about the differences between apple wine, um, and a more traditional grape wine today, and really explored how you don't just judge something by its label. Literally, we work with what we've got. Any parting thoughts?
Be creative with it, you guys. I think we have surprised ourselves with our creativity today. Mixing wines with with wines and other things. So just be creative, try everything. Even if you hate it, at least you tried it, but you won't know until you try.
Absolutely. 100%. I'm just looking right back here. Do you see my book that I've got up?
Witchcraft.
It is witchcraft. On that note, follow along. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and of course YouTube. Do all those things. If your friends want to see your dogs, your cats, your kids, and your dinner, they absolutely want to know what else you're watching. Um, do the thing. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Be cool, be kind, stay curious. And I mean, you know what? Life happens, but also sometimes sip happens.
Look what you did there.
I know.
Happy Halloween.